Welcome to Dirksón Photography. My name is Dirksón, and today we're going to take a look at some technical stuff at a flash. I have in my hands the Yongnuo Speedlight YN600EX-RT, and it cost me about 140 euros, and I have a remote control as well. This is the YN600EX-RT. I put this on the camera, and then I can control the flash wherever it is. It is radio triggered, which means the communication is very great. So I can even shoot through walls. I don't need to have a physical connection between those two. I can have this one here and this one here, and they both will communicate even through walls. And this is something that is not that common in flash photography. There is a Canon flash, it's also called 600 something, and I think they are pretty much the same. Now, I'm not a technical guy, I don't know all the details, but from the specs, they are 90% the same. But this costs 140 euros and the Canon version costs between 500 and 700 euros. And this cost me 70 euros, so in total 210, this package. And the Canon version of this only costs, I think, about 200 euros. So what is great with the Yongnuo flashes, even though they copy a lot of things from Canon, they are very cheap and they work. And that's the most important thing, that they work and that they are reliable. And until now, they've done a pretty good job. Now, why do I have these two? Why not just one flash? I will show you some pictures where I used this on the camera. I have the camera in my right hand and this like this in my left hand, just like this. So here's the camera and I have this flash here, and I can use off-camera flash without an assistant, without a tripod. And the flash has TTL and HSS, high-speed sync, which means the high-speed sync lets me shoot flash with an open aperture of, for example, f1.8, 1.4, and with a shutter speed of 1/2000, 1/1000th of a second. And usually you have to stay within the synchronization time, which is, with Canon, it's about 180th of a second, and Nikon 250th of a second. When you put the shutter below it, faster, then the flash is not fast enough, and you will not get the flash in the frame. You will not get the flash in the picture because the camera is too fast. The flash is not fast enough. And with HSS, you get that feature to shoot even with high apertures. TTL, what does that mean? Through the lens. That means that the camera looks through the lens and decides which settings the flash needs to have great exposure. And this is a great thing. And all the pictures that I will show you are taken in TTL mode, which is automatic mode. So I have the camera like this and the flash like this, and I'm totally movable and mobile. So I don't have big things around me, a camera and this flash, and I can get great pictures wherever I am. And I also show you some pictures taken with the Canon 550D, the old one, the old camera. You will get that for 200 euros, 250 euros. And with a 10 to 18 millimeter lens, cost 240 euros, so it's under 500. And with this flash, I can get really close, even with harsh sunlight. Because it's an ultra wide lens, I can get very close to the subject and still have the whole body in the frame, and then get the flash really close to the person. And what's great with flash photography is that the light is of great quality when it's not overexposed or underexposed, and you don't need to edit anything. You don't have to edit the pictures. You can edit the pictures, but you don't have to. The pictures will look great if you've done it right, and TTL helps you do that. So when do I use this flash? I always have it on a wedding, and even though I shoot a lot of natural light, when it gets dark, I always shoot with flash. And sometimes I use this remote, put it on the camera, put this on a tripod somewhere high, aim it to the ceiling, and then I get really interesting lighting from wherever I shoot. The connection is always there through the radio trigger system. So I don't need a physical communication. If there is a wall between these two, they will still communicate, even with TTL. Okay, so I use this at night on a wedding on a tripod for the dancing, and I use it on a wedding in the venue in the evening on the camera, but I don't shoot like this. I turn around and into this direction, and then everything is well lit. I will also show some pictures with this method, and it's also done in TTL. So usually you start with the camera, then you start with a lens, and very late often you start with a flash. I recommend trying flash photography. And this TTL version, you don't need to buy this YN600EX-RT, you don't need to buy this, you can buy any one. Yongnuo has different models also with TTL, and Canon has various models. The 430, the 580, the 600 cost a little bit more, but then they're from Canon and you know what you get. I can recommend this product, and I have a lot of fun shooting with it, and I get pictures straight out the camera that I can really show other people, and I don't have to edit. I can edit, I don't have to. That's it.